Hi class, let me introduce you to Takehiko Inoue. He is a manga artist or a comic book artist. He drew Slam Dunk and Musashi, I think. And I grew up with his work and I love his drawings. So today, we are going to be learning about manga. These are my manga or comic books. They are both in Japanese and French, and although I cannot read them, I love the art. And so we're going to make a page of a manga today. First, you're going to need a ruler and a pencil, maybe an eraser too if you have it. The first thing we need to do is to lay out the borders of the manga. It doesn't have to always have a border, but just for this activity, it helps us determine where the edges of the paper are and whether we want to go over the edge or stay within the lines. So as for me, I want to put on borders. Now I'm going to add panels or frames. This is where the drawings and the dialogue is going to be drawn. Some are wide, some are small, and some have diagonal shapes. Now before I proceed drawing, I need to have a plan, a story. First, I need a character design. This means who are going to be in this story, how many are going to be in the story, and what do they look like? Well, I've decided to have a person in my story. And this person is just going to have a very simple feature, a very simple look. Because I'm going to have to draw this person over and over again, so I want it to look easy to draw. My next character is going to be a dog. So this dog will also have just very simple features so that it's easy for me to draw it again and again and again. I've decided to just use 2 characters. That's enough for just one page. Too many characters? Too complicated. Now, the next thing we're going to need is a story. What is happening in this one page of our comic book? And how do I fit them all in, let's count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 6 frames or panels. I really need to rethink this. My story is going to be about a dog. A street dog, and this street dog is hungry. So I'm going to have to draw the dog as a hungry dog. Next, I'm going to draw a person, or the boy, who feeds the dog. Then, here is the climax. The dog steals the wallet and runs away with it. And then he uses it to eat at a restaurant. And that's how it ends. So there, I've got my story and now I'm ready to draw. I am drawing in the first panel of my page. The dog is sad. Is lying down on the pavement or the street. You can change the expression of your character by changing the shape of the eyes. Then from around the corner, that's where the boy is going to come from. So here's the boy. is just walking around the corner towards where the dog is. And this is also the place where you can write your title. The title of my story is just going to be something simple. We'll just call it Street Dog. Not very creative, I know, but it will do for now. Your title should be big and easy to notice and read so that everybody knows, so that's the title of the story. Alright, I'm gonna have to speed this up so that you can see what is happening. Now that I'm done with my drawing, I'm ready to ink. Inking means to trace the drawing with a darker pen. For example, I'm using a brush pen in this video. You can use a marker or any pen that can give you bolder lines and make your drawing much more visible than a pencil drawing. Now I'm using a different kind of pen to trace the frames or the panels, just to make it more visible. I'm using a different pen again to trace the title. And a different pen again to add other details, especially the words in the thought bubbles. Now I'm going to use my eraser, a kneaded eraser, to erase all those pencil marks and make my work look neater. Now I'm adding a gray marker to just include some shading and make it look a bit more interesting and have a bit of color. So, I would love to see your work in the classroom dojo. Be sure you have a good story to tell, and see you soon. Have fun!